So today I'm going to be making a shaker card, and I've kind of prepped all my materials so that you didn't have to sit through that. But I'll share with you what I have here is a card stock, and it's going to flip open like this. And then I had this shaker card pack that came from Michael's, and it's basically double-sided foam and acetate. And it's not cut. You have to cut it yourself. You can see I kind of freehanded it here because I didn't have a die cut that fit it, but that's fine because I have a piece of cardstock that's going to go over it, and so we'll never see my hand cut pieces. And that'll all go on the front of the card. And then I have these little flowers that I've made using alcohol ink and some plastic. And if you want to learn more about this, I'll put a link below, but this was an experiment I did using some packing material, and I wanted to see if the alcohol ink would work on it. So I will share that link for the tutorial for that. And then I die cut my Rinea foil, and what I did here is I had a die that had a rose on it, and I didn't want the rose, I just wanted the leaves to go with the flowers that I made. So I have those cut out of Rinea foil, and I believe this is Jade. And then I cut out Celebrate, and that's going to go on the front of our shaker card as well. And I'm not sure which I'm going to use yet, but one of these I'm going to use the dots for the centers of the flowers. And then I have some glitter to put into the shaker card, as well as my scrap pieces of Rinea foil. I'm going to use those in the shaker card as well. So let's get started in putting this all together. So the first thing I want to do is get the front of my card ready. And what I'm going to do here is kind of work backwards, I think. I think I'm going to, let's see. Okay, so I am going to peel a layer off of my foam and put the acetate on top of that. Alright, and then I need to adhere my cardstock on top of that. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use some glue dots to do that. So let me grab those. All right. I wanted to grab the right kind. And what I've got here is Craft. They're being a little fussy with the acetate, so I may have to just put them on by hand. Okay, so I'm going to kind of double protect that by using some glue on top of that as well, just to make sure that this is going to stick. Okay, great. So now I'm going to fill the card here, and we're just going to go with the plain white background. However, you could put another color here if you were interested, but I'm going to put my Rinea pieces in there that I saved. There might be a few here that are too big, so well, I think we're okay. We're going to do that, and then I have to decide what color of glitter. I think since we're using a lot of green, maybe let's see how it looks with the green. Or do I want to use silver in there? I'm going to go with the silver. There's silver. I'm actually going to use both. And green. Alright, then all I have to do is peel this backing off and make sure I am stuck down to my cardstock, but I want to make sure I'm going the right direction. So this is the top of my flower, so I wanted to turn that around and make sure I've got that in there. Then I'm going to peel this back. I'm going to line up my card with the blue cardstock. Make sure everything's in place correctly. Alright, and then I'm going to peel the rest of that down and stick it in place. So, there is the shaker, and it's finished, but we have to decorate the front still. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use these flowers, kind of show you what I had in mind. So something like that. All right. So I think we'll stick the leaves down first. And I'm just going to tack these down with a little bit of glue, not a ton. I use everything, so this foil is actually something that I had stamped on and ended up not using. So you may see some discoloration on the back here because that's what I did. Alright, so now the flowers. Just going to glue them in the center so that they can have a little dimension to them. Air bubble. We'll spread that around. Use it. Okay, so those might take a minute or two to dry. The center of the flower, the circle that I cut out is actually foam tape, so there isn't any reason why you couldn't use this to lift up pieces if you wanted to. And so all I need to do is cut off a small piece of that to use in the center of my flower that I want to have some dimension to. I'm going to stick it on the, hide it on the back side here. And so this front flower is going to have some dimension to it. And then I have the last leaf to stick down. Slide that under there, maybe a little bit on top of that other flower. All right, so while I'm gluing, I'm going to go ahead and glue the Celebrate at the top here, because I have the glue open and I'm working with it. There isn't any reason why I shouldn't just continue on here before I go and open up those dots and decide what I'm going to use for the center of the flowers. Do you notice my voice getting lighter or not quite as strong when I'm trying to concentrate? Trying to talk and work at the same time sometimes can be difficult. And I do tend to be quiet or whisper when I'm working. I don't know what that is. I've heard other crafters talk about it and do it as well. Let me grab a pair of tweezers here just to make this a little bit easier, not get glue all over me. Okay, that's looking good. And now to the center of the flowers. I think I'll go ahead and use these. Let's see how sticky they are. I might need to double, no, they're pretty sticky. I think I might have to double them up with some glue. Okay, that's not where we want to go. Of course, this last one doesn't want to behave. Oh, I can see on the package the glue stayed behind, so that's okay. I have glue here. And that will dry clear, as long as it doesn't stay on my finger. So there we go. Finished card. Finished shaker card, actually. Here's all that extra Rinea foil in there. And it flips open like this. And now, I don't know, I have an extra flower here that's mostly green. I might hide that on the inside corner. See, those dots are going to be a little thick to go inside there. But that might be a cute thing to do, so let's go ahead and glue this guy up. Stick him right there, and I think I'll go with one of these, although they're not the same. I'm going to go with a flatter dot for the inside of the card. So yeah, there's the inside, and there's the outside.